guys, and welcome back to another episode here on a 404. And today we have we've just basically finished the Concrete Factory storage. Finally, it's taken over 8 hours to build, eight man hours of essentially. It was built up by me, Hyper, and Swarm. So thank you both for helping me out on doing that. And Watt, who's one of our newer members, so they're the lowest name there. He was the one who filled up all the filters. So thank you so much for doing that. That's probably my least favorite thing to do for it all. So yeah, he filled up the filters, which is great. And now we actually have a full storage and we can start using it. So there's quite a few things that I need to show you that's actually been worked on the server. And the first thing is the fact that we blew up all the end island finally. That was also finished today. The guys are basically now working on a piston bot, I believe, to get up to essentially here, so we don't have to worry about always having to fly if we run out of rockets or our light just break, etc. Let's just go to the storage and actually show it off. But yeah, here is the actual, and we've got Enderman in here as well, teleporting in, but usually they won't be here. This is the actual main storage. I think I showed it a little bit off in the last episode, but essentially every colour of concrete is on this side, every colour of concrete powder is on this side, and here we have the red sand, glass, and obsidian. The reason we have obsidian is because we plan to build an obsidian farm underneath the concrete factory. The glass as well, we're going to build up one of Warp's slices of his 1 million super smelter. We just need to actually load up the concrete now, and we're probably going to do that fairly soon. One thing I do need to show you that is in the end, and here it is. It is a shulker shell farm. So you can see, so here is a shulker shell farm. I have no idea whose design it is, but I know that Hyper and Watt built it up earlier today, whilst me and Swarm finished off the concrete factory storage. I believe it's 11k shulker shells per hour. Actually, let me just check. Okay, so the rates are 18. Yeah, I have no idea how the belts are off. Oh my god, there's so many shulker bullets. That's the name of them. Right, apparently there's a lever at the bottom, but I have no idea where it is. Yeah, so we've got plenty of shulker shells. And yeah, that's all I wanted to show you. I just want to show you this 18k shulker shells per hour shulker shell farm. Perfectly fine for now. Of course, we won't need this in 1.17 because we will be using the new shulker duplication mechanic. We're going to plan to update in about a week or so. We're going to update to snapshots first and then to 1.17.1. The next bit of progress we have here on the server is to do with the trenches. The trenches for the main storage perimeter are done. They were finished off by Watt when he basically joined on. He used his own design for sweepers. They're essentially just mini sweepers. Looks like it's pretty much larger than 15 wide anyway. And then here we've got something that's larger than 3 wide, but you need to have 15 wide on here and then 3 wide on here. This is a really long trench. It's 1,028 blocks long. And here we are at the end. We've got really nice new walls here. That's I've not seen that yet. That's really satisfying actually. And it's essentially all the way around. I need to actually design up the world eater, but more properly, it was really design. It's more like make sure it's the right size and it works on both sides. If all directions are correct, then this is the side that we're going to have it on, or maybe it'll be that side. Either way, it needs to be along this side. If it's not along this side, because I think the world eater designs are directional. If that's the case, then unfortunately we're going to have to just build it really, really long. And the other guys are going to be probably annoyed about that. And these trenches here would have to be made larger as well, if that's the case. Hopefully not. The next thing that I need to do is actually design up the world eater for the main storage perimeter. When I say design, I mean really we're using XCOM's design, and I'm just going to make sure it's in the got the correct dimensions, right scale, all that sort of thing, metal-armatic, send it off to everyone, have it at the right height, because you see here there's there's massive trees here on a hill, so we've got to get rid of those layer by layer. Already we may have a massive problem. The orientation looks like it's going to be wrong, because I feel like the orientation is really important. This is an XCOM World Eater. The sweepers don't cause the farm to break, so as long as all the sweepers are in the station, then this will send off dupers again and back and forth. You don't have to worry about breaking. It's a actual AFK World Eater. I haven't bothered even moving this because of the fact that it's in this orientation. This side and the side over there have to be in these trenches right here. And then the 3 wide trenches, or the sides that are meant to be shorter side, are meant to be essentially in the direction that the sweepers and the TNT dupers move. And this is in the other direction, and I have a really strong feeling that this entire World Eater is directional, and I cannot remember for the life of me. I tried doing some research to find up about World Eaters, and I couldn't find anything about directionality, despite the fact that I'm convinced that is the case. So that means I'm going to have to do the usual thing, test it myself. I've just come into a test world with a smaller XCOM AFK World Eater design. and I put it in the direction that we should probably want to have it on the server. So this is facing the north direction, so that's north. That's the side of the trenches I was just a minute ago. Now to activate this, we just remove this redstone block fully. These don't fall off. My theory is that the minecarts are going to like basically change that orientation every time the flying machine moves, and that could cause them to get receiving random momentum, maybe whenever they move, and then we're going to have a problem with the minecarts falling off, and then there's no TNT tubers anymore. So let's actually activate this. So all you do is you break that. Let's bring this down, and it looks promising so far. Okay, that's moved down. Okay, no problem so far. Yep. Really, I should be checking the top more than the bottom. That should now push that down. There we go. And oh no, the minecarts seem to be fine. That's great. Oh, in this case, I think this is going to be work perfectly fine. So the flying machine is really, really close to actually being done now. So all I'll do is to turn it off is place this redstone block here, and that will cause it to stay at this level. So when it comes back in, it will no longer move, and now it should remove the final layer. There we go. Probably remove. Yeah, it should have been stopped at the previous layer, and then when you finally do it on the actual in reality, you run the dupers again without the world eaters moving, and then it would remove the floor and actually flatten it. But there we go, that's done. No problems whatsoever. Got all the way down to here, so really confident that we can do this. Okay, guys, so I have actually now pasted in the world eater at the correct size, got all the dimensions correct, made sure that was all fine. I'm not going to run it because it should work perfectly fine. I've already done the test of the direction, and that is, that's basically perfect. I'm not going to go all the way over there and show you the other side, but basically everything's now done. I have actually lowered it down a little bit in the schematic, so if I turn the schematic on, it's going to be actually down here. This is way too high, but now I've just done a test and it should be at this side. Very good progress for this. I'm glad that we'd have to worry about changing the trenches.
Okay, yeah, Gilly, you can launch the machine because I don't know where to launch it. I forgot.
Okay, come down here. Look, where am I? I'm at the corner closest to the storage, as into the temporary storage and the villager trading hall. So if you look down, when there's like one layer left, as in like a little bit of the layer left, we're going to want to stop it, run the TNT tubers by themselves, and that will flatten everything.
Okay, okay, let's start.
Okay, starting.
No one seems to be getting on.
Starting now. Right. Okay. So.
Are you recording?
Yeah, I've been recording. I've been recording for the last 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Start it.
Right.
Moment of truth. How much lag will this cause?
Oh my god.
Lag spike. Oh god, this is cool. Not gonna lie, this is
MSBT is very, 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 very high. Oh my god, 52. There we go.
I'm gonna die.
Okay, now it's at 50.
There we go. I just used an entire stack of rockets.
Right, it should be. There we go. It's starting to. Oh god. Oh god. My FPS is nowhere right now. I'm going to try and fly to the other end.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while till it gets to like Y63 because hilly savannah bits and some desert hills. Ah, here we go. Right, here's the machine. I'm going to try and land on top of this side of the world eater so that I can then get in one of the mine carts. Like we've got finally to the layer where we start actually getting down, and there's been quite a few runs with obsidian here, so that's why it's stopped. I have no idea how long ago it did stop, but we've already got down a few more layers from looks like. So if you look at the chat here, the last few hours at 5:30. I've never said there was obsidian at 59, whereas right now we're at Y54. So essentially, to get this to run again, I've got to remove all this obsidian, then launch the sweepers, and then they'll come back and they'll be fine. Be worth removing that obsidian as well, and probably worth trying to check to see if there's any other sweepers not in. So if we just fly along here, we'll find if there's any others. Okay, there's one here as well. So if we fly this way, this sort of the landscape that you get with a world eater. It's sort of these weird trench-like sort of ridges in the ground. And when we get to the final layer, we're going to have this here as well, like y equals 6. We're then going to have to. Did it seriously crash right at the beginning? Oh, it crashed into anvils. People used anvils for trenches. So all we got to do is just remove all these anvils, because the anvils aren't going to necessarily get blown up because they have quite a high blast resistance. And so just get rid of all these anvils. They're no longer out of the way. As for these anvils, I might go ahead and get rid of them in a bit. And place the block in front of this observer. There you go. Now that will join back, and it will not launch the machine just yet because we've got a few more sweepers to do. But I'm going to have to basically babysit this now until the end. Now, you saw that the time changed to day. We actually added a bedbot in as well, so that we would not have phantom spawning for the players that are loading in the World Eater. I thought I'd just give you a quick update on what I am currently doing in the perimeter. So I did fix the sweepers. It's gone down. It's gone and done one more layer, and now it's gone on doing another layer. Remove some obsidian, and I'm now removing anvils. I understand anvils are useful for that sort of thing, but they will cause crashes, as we saw earlier, and they're really, really annoying to get rid of because they won't necessarily blow up. They'll just get damaged more than likely. I feel like look, there's just some loads littered everywhere. So yeah, we need to stop using anvils. We need to stop using anvils for the trenches. We just need to make them slightly larger for where the water is, so the liquids don't seep back into the trench when we're blowing it up. I'd rather the machine have minimal crashes. So that means we don't have to. We don't have wasted hours, and it takes actually longer than we expect. So it should take 30 hours in total, like as in total, back and forth going on each layer time. But it will actually be a lot longer in reality if we keep having crashes. With it being such a large perimeter, the chance for crashes is a lot higher because there's more likely to be lava lake. TPS right now isn't too bad. Okay, right, it's docked because I can tell it's docked because the MSPT has gone down massively, and it's only the sweepers that are going right now. And when it spikes again, that's when it launches again. So if the MSPT is really low, and it is quite low, you know that the machine has crashed and it hasn't continued. So that's one way to find out whether the machine's going or not if you're not by it. It's going. Okay, cool. It's launched again because the MSPT has just spiked massively. So we are really towards the end of this perimeter now, and we only got like pretty much just a few more layers, literally like 3 more layers. So I only need to run it about 1 or 2 more times in terms of how far I have to go back and forth. So right now it's the morning for me, so if I sound a bit weird, it's because I have literally pretty much got up, and I found that the sweepers have completely broken, so there was just no sweepers at all on this bit. I have no idea what happened. I've just asked in Discord whether someone knew that the sweepers blew themselves up, which they shouldn't do, I just shouldn't do that. So hopefully that didn't happen. But if someone just tried removing them instead of reactivating them, then yeah, you don't do that. There was no need to do that. So if you did do that, if in the future, please don't do it again. You won't actually need to do it because it's designed not to do that. But I think it's just the sweepers over here that need to be put back in place. So I'm just going to do one final check this way. So I did find some pistons that were floating in the air and destroyed. And I'm just going to go into F1 so I can actually see see it all a bit better. But I wasn't able to actually find a single sweeper in this entire area. I need to fix these sweepers, and then I can actually launch the flying machine again. And I've put the safety mechanism in place, so now I just need to actually fix sweepers by basically just building all the sweepers again. Then I'll do a final check, then I'll launch it again, and then I'll have to stop it when, so if we look up here, you see this lower level here, so you have these like weird trench sort of things in between. When this is at y equals 5, so the moment at y equals 8, then that's when we will stop the World Eater on both sides. So I'll put a redstone block on that side, I'll put a redstone block on the other side, and that means that it's stuck. And then we can launch the TNT dupers back and forth just to flatten out the rest of it. So there was something that I forgot you had to do when rebuilding these sweepers. If they blew up on the way as they arrive, and you don't have reactivated them from over there, they don't actually get rid of the actual lava on that particular level. So I'm having to just launch these free sweepers that I've just made on this bit just to get rid of the liquids on this layer, and I'm going to do that until it gets roughly towards the end, then I'm just going to place a block in front of them and then they should stop. Just need to get rid of all these liquids on this lower and then I'll actually be able to use it. There's just one more sweep I've got to build, which is for this bit here. You can see here that those haven't been done. It looks like those ones haven't been done either. But there is a flying... Oh, wait, is that half a flying machine? Oh, that's broken there. That flying machine's broken. That's interesting. Okay. Gonna have to rebuild that one as well and launch it as well. So yeah, cool. That's fine. Hopefully we will be getting to the lower levels because it'd be such a shame not to have the World Eater working for the last few levels and we've got to do something else to get rid of them. And I don't really want to mine just 3 levels in a 512 by 1024 perimeter. That would be really, really annoying. So that's the current progress. So I have no idea what happened when this when this was last run because there were quite a few sweepers that had broken, like as if they just didn't work. So I have no idea. Like this bit's pushed forward too much, and there's some other bits over there where they pushed forward too much. And if you look up here, you can see that it's clear that some lava hasn't been removed where they need to. So I have to run quite a few sweepers. But yeah, I have no idea what happened. Like, did the server crash? Like, no one's responded to my message in Discord yet, so I have no idea what's happened. So hopefully someone can shed some light on what happened. But yeah, okay. So I have finally fixed all the sweepers. It took about about 2 hours, I think. It took well, actually nearly 3 hours, I think. Yeah, it took a lot longer than I thought because I had to let the sweepers go. I had to do quite a few of them, and then I had to fix them. Yeah, so it took quite a while, but now it's all fixed, so should be able to launch it again, and it's not going to take that long to get the bar down. Only got like 2 or 3 more layers, so I'm going to grab this redstone bucket. It's probably going to lag out my computer a little bit because for some reason this causes so much lag client side for me whilst I'm recording. When I'm not recording, this runs it runs between 30 to 60 FPS, but yeah, even right now I'm only getting around 30 FPS. Oh no, maybe if I stay still, I get higher, but yeah, this is going to cause some lag, so I'll just activate it. There we go. And oh, so I stand still. It might help. Yeah, there we go. So they've all launched, and now just need to get down to y=5. And when I get down to y=5, then I will get back to you. Okay, so now we're at y=5. So in these, like the middle of these trench things, we are now at y=5, which means that we need to not lower down the TNT anymore. What we do need to do is actually lower down the sweepers after we launch the TNT, so that's going to be pretty easy to do. We've got some tax collectors over there, that's fun. But yeah, you can see there's still some lava sources to remove, so I'll push this down one more, let them go after launch the TNT. So I don't know how I'm going to launch the TNT, but I do know how I'm going to load the sweepers and launch the sweepers. That's really easy. I just need to remove one of the slime blocks here to stop the top from moving down. So right, so that's still needed in. It's up here that I can remove some slime. So this way it will now not move the entire top down. All we've got to do is power this sticky piston and it will then launch the flying machine. And all I need to do really to launch it is just have a flying machine underneath with an observer pointing into these sticky pistons flying along this way, and we'll launch all the TNT tubers. And that way we can start removing the lower levels. As for the sweepers down here, I'm going to have to just remove some of these connectors here at some point to stop all of it going down. Okay, so I've built up this very small flying machine, literally just a simple flight machine engine with just having an observer pointing out the top one. So this should just go all the way down over there. And if I power this one, it will then launch it. So let's see if this works. Yep, there we go. But here goes nothing. There we go. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That's bad. Yeah, that was bad. That was very bad. Okay, well, uh, it's fine. It's fine. We can fix this. Let me just stop this flying machine. Right. Okay. Well, that was a spectacular failure. At least it only blew up one though. I only got a few things to fix. That's fine. Yeah, I'll try again, and I'm thinking this time I'll have the engine on the other side. Therefore, the TNT doesn't get stuck to it. Otherwise, it would have worked perfectly. Okay, so now I'm going to try again. So you can see here the flying machine's one block over here instead of that side, and it will still launch the flying machines. You can see this observer here is just directly below that one, so don't have to worry about it too much now. Okay, so And I've also replaced the player up there, so hopefully now we actually get a good result. Right, so let's launch this one. Oh, please work. Please work. Yep. Yay! Here we go. Excellent. Right, so now we should have the normal flattening, and I'm going to fly along with this just in case it gets unloaded because the players are in the other one. And yep, so now we just have to keep launching it back and forth. As you see here, it's starting to remove the other blocks, and you can already see that we're going to have to launch it the other way again just because there's a few little stragglers there. But other than that, this is now going a lot more smoothly. Okay guys, so we have finished the perimeter and it took a very, very long time. I think we started the World Leader about 2 days ago, and now we're finally finished with the entire flattened area. The last bit was quite a grind. It took quite a few hours just to even flatten it, as we just kept launching the TNT flying machines quite a few times, and then sweepers once on one layer and going down again. I kept launching the TNT tubers a fair few times. Took like I say, took a few hours, but didn't remove all the blocks. I think in the future we'd just have to build another flying machine that pull all of the blocks on that layer, then run the TNT tuber machines, and that will then remove those blocks. That would be much quicker. But we'll learn a lesson from that. To log off a bit, but the final few blocks were just removed manually. Watt did that, and I believe Random logged on soon after to help out with that. And then they launched the rest of the sweepers, and now we have just finished. And we have now got a completely flat perimeter, and this is a huge 512 by 1024 perimeter. So we now have this for main storage. Yeah, it's way worth it. It means we're going to have much less lag. The floor, we're going to do floor placers for it. So think of making a concrete powder floor placer, so that way it automatically fills in the gaps as well. We'll flood it to make it look nice, have it as concrete, and then we'll place glass in place of the water so that we don't have to. Oh, look, there's some diamonds over there. Let's go grab those. But yeah, once we've flooded it, then we just place the glass on top, and we can make a much quicker floor placer with glass than we can with concrete powder. After that, at some point, I think we might even do a logo for the server in this perimeter as well. But yeah, so it's a massive perimeter. We've got plenty of space. Main storage will take up probably most of it in the center, and yeah, that's gonna. So if I actually show you what it looks like in the center, so let's go until we can't see anything. Stand right in the middle. You have no idea which direction you're going. It's just completely empty of render distance. So it's way, way bigger than render distance. I think with that, I can say that we're running out of time for this episode. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking the video. And if you'd like to see more of these videos, please consider subscribing. That way you will get notified every time that I make an upload. Right, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye.